Hello YouTube and welcome to Maximilian Photography, the YouTube channel for digital photography, techniques and post-processing. My name is Maximilian and today I want to show you guys how to convert your Canon kit lens and most other standard zoom lenses into awesome macro lenses with electronic aperture control. I will see you right after the intro. Alright, so I've got a few lenses out here. All of them are standard zoom lenses from 18 to 55 or 18 to 50 millimeters of focal range. And all of these lenses basically have macro capabilities already within them. And today I want to show you guys how to unleash their macro capabilities and take full advantage of what these lenses can actually give you. The basic modification is really simple. You just have to remove the front element from your actual lens and you will find macro capabilities within that lens. Now, if you take that front element off, you now expose the interior of the lens to the environment and also allow dirt to pass through the lens and enter your camera sensor chamber, because the lens isn't closed in the back either. So what you want to do is attach either a UV filter, or since you have to put some third-party glass in front of it anyway, you might as well use a close-up filter that allows you to get even more magnification into the front of the lens. Now, this can be done with the Canon Mark II and the Sigma lens very easily. I'm going to show you how to do this in just a moment, but before that I want to talk about the difficulties that you will encounter if you do it with the Canon 18 to 55 Mark I. Because with this lens the front element cannot be easily removed. You have to actually twist the entire front element out of place, and by entire front element I mean basically the entire focusing unit. So you will take the lens and you twist the focusing ring and you just break it loose. There's a little gear that spins the focusing unit of the lens inside the lens body, and that gear will break or at least lose a tooth as you apply the force and twist the lens. And since you do that, it will not be reversible. Once the lens is converted, it is a dedicated macro lens with no way back. The good news though is that this is probably the cheapest of all these lenses, and you can pick them up used for less than $50, and it makes for an awesome lens. Quality wise, it is indistinguishable from the Canon Mark II kit lens. The only advantage that the Mark II has is the image stabilization. Another thing that you will find after breaking the focusing unit loose and taking it out is that you know, like a filter thread, there is no way you could attach a glass or whatsoever to the front of the lens. And there's an easy fix for this as well. I just used one of these cheap tulip lens hoods that you can pick up from eBay or Amazon for really cheap money, maybe a couple bucks, maybe even less. And this is all about that threaded ring that locks the tulip lens hood into place. We don't need the lens hood, we just need this ring. The right size for the Canon kit lenses would be 52 millimeters, and you can just glue it on to the front of your lens, which I actually did here, because it saves a little bit of space and extends your working distance as well, because it's more flat than the original filter thread. So you just can use some super glue to attach that to the front of your lens, and now you're able to attach filters or step-up rings. With both the Canon lenses, you will find as you zoom in to 55 millimeters, which will give you the most magnification, that it is very likely to collect some lens flares. And it doesn't really matter if you use a flash or if you don't use a flash or what angle you use the flash from. I tried around and it almost always gives me these weird lens flares when I'm at full magnification. If you step back to just 50 millimeters instead of 55, you most often can avoid these flares. Another way to avoid them is to simply use a lens hood, or if you want to save some more working distance, you can just use a couple of step-up rings. I used 52 to 49 and then 49 to 52 again, and this will just cancel out the light from the critical angles and therefore prevent those blurry, kind of low contrasty flares to show up in your images and ruining them. So this is pretty much all it takes for these two lenses. In the next part of the video, I'm going to take the front element of this lens that we're going to use as an example, and it works the same way for the Canon 55 to 18mm Mark II version. Unfortunately, I already converted that in an irreversible way, so I'm going to use this lens as an example. So that was pretty simple, wasn't it? And that is all it takes to convert your standard zoom lens into an awesome macro lens that gives you more than 2 times life-size magnification. And I'm really excited about these lenses, and I can't wait to try them out more and have more fun with them. And if you feel the same way about it, please give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to this channel. Please let me know if you run into any problems, if you come across any lenses where it works specifically well or where it doesn't work. If you have feedback or any sort of criticism, just let me know down below, and I'll sure get back to you and appreciate every comment I get. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to finish off this video with a little slideshow that is going to give you an idea of the magnification range that the lenses operate within, and also the image quality. So enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Till then, stay creative, keep shooting, and have a good time. Cheers!